Hi, I'm Ali, and me and my partner Sufyan will present to you our project on Nelson Mandela using 10 simple pictures. To start off with the first picture, Nelson Mandela is a very important historical figure. His time in the democratic political system marked his spot, and the hard work he put in changed our world for the better. His strong will to fight and break down racial barriers will and already has greatly impacted Africa and the world that surrounds it for years to come.
Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela saw life in the village of Mesvo in the Eastern Cape located in South Africa. He was born on July 18, 1918. However, he spent most of his childhood in Kunu and grew up there with his 3 full sisters and 9 half-siblings. They stayed there till Mandela's father died, and they proceeded to move to the city of Mqhekezweni.
As a boy, Nelson Mandela attended a local missionary school before transferring to a boarding school. During his time at school, he was a star athlete in multiple sports, but he really excelled in boxing and track and field. Despite changing schools again and attending a Methodist school this time, his love for sports stuck with him.
Mandela many universities and began his studies for a Bachelor of Arts degree at the University College of Fort Hare, where he was expelled for joining a student protest. Therefore, he did not graduate. On his return to the Great Palace at Mqhekezweni, the king was furious and said that if he didn't return to Fort Hare, he would arrange wives for him and his cousin Justice. This proves that Mandela always put his beliefs and values beforehand, and that he was persevering and never gave up.
Back in Mvezo, South Africa, young Mandela and his family were a part of the Thembu tribe, where his father served as a chief to their village. He was in fact next in line to inherit the throne, and he was being groomed to lead the Zahoa people at a later age, but as we now know, that did not end up happening.
Nelson Mandela has a major impact because he dedicated his life to fighting for equality and ultimately helped topple South Africa's racist system of apartheid. His accomplishments are now celebrated each year on July 18th, also known as Nelson Mandela International Day. This man is an inspiring legend. Even to this day, Mandela proved that you need to listen to your boundaries and values in order to do what you think is right.
Mandela's presidential campaign commenced on the 10th of May, 1994. He was the first democratically elected president that South Africa had ever seen. After becoming a lawyer and a political prisoner, his presidency took his country by storm. The anti-apartheid activist inspired his country in ways no one had ever done before. However, his time in power came to an end on June 14, 1999, but his story still fills the hearts of millions of people every day.
As many know, Nelson Mandela was sent to jail for about 18 years at the age of 27 years old. The reason behind that was that he was charged with sabotage, treason, and violent conspiracy, and he admitted to many of those charges. He was sentenced to life, but at the age of 45, Mandela was released from jail because there were pro-Mandela demonstrations and petitions in Britain.
Mr. Mandela dedicated his whole life to fighting for justice and equality for all. This civil rights advocate helped destroy South Africa's racist system of apartheid. His government focused on tackling institutionalized racism and fostering racial reconciliation. He also worked to educate people about the HIV/AIDS crisis going on in Africa. Mandela did so much for his people and the whole world for that matter, and he helped mold our society for the better.
His values. Nelson Mandela always knew how to put his values first, and that's what helped him become the inspiring and powerful person he was. He had many values such as service, sacrifice, compassion, and a belief in our collective humanity, quoted Ms. Gabawi. Personally, I believe that Mr. Mandela's biggest value was his advocacy for peace.